This is the official pull to open summary of Fury from the Deep in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so the Doctor, Jamie, and Victoria land, or rather, they land in midair above the cliffs of England and float down onto the water. The TARDIS lands on water for the first time we've ever seen it. They play around in sea foam. They're like, hey, wait a minute, the foam is coming from this pipeline. And the Doctor uses his sonic screwdriver for the first time to open the pipeline. He uses a stethoscope to listen to it. He's hearing a heartbeat in there. But before they can investigate further, they are knocked out, and they are held in this North Sea natural gas platform system. And there is a dispute there because they don't believe, they think someone's been sabotaging it because there's a lack of communication between platforms. But the Doctor slowly realizes, no, it's this weed. It's this weed. And they do some testing on the weed in the TARDIS, and they find that it is alive, and it's using psychic power on people. And one of the people is Robson, who is the guy who's running this whole rig system. And he seems to be controlled by the weed monster, but he's also a bit of an asshole who just wants to keep the gas pumping no matter what. Even the doctor is telling him to turn it off. Victoria gets trapped. She's kind of bummed out by this whole thing and traveling with the TARDIS and the Doctor. She gets trapped in an oxygen room. Someone locks her in there. Oxygen appears to be deadly to this weed creature. The Doctor realizes the same thing that mariners used to point out, like vast, weird sea creatures. This is basically it. It's just it's attacking everyone. There's a scientist called Harris, and he sends his wife to pick up a file folder from Robson's desk, and the file folder has a bit of seaweed in it, and the wife gets bitten, and the Doctor tries to look at her, but she's being attacked by sea foam everywhere. And there are a couple of weird Laurel and Hardy types who are running around and gassing people with their breath and creating sea foam everywhere. It's just a ton of sea foam in this episode, in the story. And finally, we get to a situation where Robson kidnaps Victoria and takes her to another platform, and the Doctor follows in a helicopter, and finally we see Robson and a bunch of other sea creatures transformed, but the Doctor uses the power of Victoria's screams to kill the sea creatures, because it turns out they're also affected by that. And then Victoria decides to stay at the end with the Harrises because she's fed up with traveling with the Doctor, and Jamie is really super sad, so they stay an extra day and have a lovely meal, and then they leave her on the beach, and it's goodbye Victoria. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. What else can I talk about?
There it is. Great job.